This devil is not playing. He is not playing. He's moving. You see? He's moving crafty, crafty. He think nobody ain't hip to what he doing. You see? Yeah, he think nobody not hip. You see? This is Moses, Deuteronomy 13 and verse Deuteronomy. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13 and verse 4. You see, Deuteronomy chapter 13 and verse 4. Ye shall walk after the Lord Yahweh, your power, Jerusalem. You sick ass, sick made ass, bitch made ass niggas. You dusty, crusty, black demon devil ass niggas. You pants wearing ass nigga women bitches. You see? See? But you don't want to come under the men of your nation. You want to kill your babies. All type of wickedness and evilness. You see? You see? But guess what? You're going to take that chip. You're going to take a chip, bitch. That's your salvation. Did you see that shit? You see, you know what I mean? Deuteronomy 13 and verse 4. You see, this book of Deuteronomy, chapter 13 and verse 4. Ye shall walk after the Lord Yahweh, your power, you see, and fear him and keep his commandments. Yes, he said, don't take the MOTB. He said, don't take the mark of the beast. That's that chip. Obama said, everybody got to chip in. Didn't Obama say that? He's a Hamite. Did you see that? You see? See? You know what I mean? Deuteronomy chapter 13. Deuteronomy 13 and verse 14. Ye shall walk after the Lord Yahweh, your power, Jerusalem. You Latinos, Negroes, and Native Seminole descent. You see, I'm just trying to warn you. Why you getting mad at me? Did you see that shit? You see? And fear him. He said, fear him. Do you know what he did in ancient Egypt? You see? He drowned motherfuckers. He told Noah, let the people know what time it is. You see, the ones that believe, they get on the ark. You see, and guess what? This the Noah's Ark right now. Are you taking heed? I'm gonna say it again. This the Noah's Ark right now. You see, because I believe, man. I believe. You know how he gonna deliver us? He gonna deliver us with chariots, man. You understand? You see, his clouds, his flying wheels, if you will. I seen them. They was flying above me. Yes, man, I'm not lying. You see? Deuteronomy chapter 13. Deuteronomy chapter 13 and verse 4. Ye shall walk after the Lord Yahweh, your power, you see, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice. See, that's the key. That's the point. You know what I mean? You see, that's the point. That's the key. He said, what? You see, this is what he telling Moses, which was King David. Also, Apostle Peter. You see, and King Masha. Yes, King Masha was King David. You see? You know what I mean? Yes, yes. Did you see that? Did you catch that? Believe that. You see? See, Deuteronomy 13 and verse 4. Ye shall walk after the Lord Yahweh your power, you see, and fear him, and keep his commandments, and obey his voice, and ye shall serve him and cleave unto him. You see, call Elohim La Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. I'm very thankful and grateful and appreciative that Heavenly Father, He woke my ass up. You see, He said, cleave unto him. What the fuck? You see, it's about to get so bad, so dreadful, so dangerous at a moment's notice. Tremendously, enormously, abundantly, you see.
The battle to protect children online has begun. Meta alerting thousands of under 16-year-olds that their time on social media is almost up. As the December 10 deadline approaches, they're being advised to save their data before accounts are permanently deactivated.
From 10 December, social media platforms will have a responsibility to remove young Australians under the age of 16 from their platforms. With the support of the regulatory guidance being published today, there is no excuse for non-compliance. Platforms must take reasonable steps to detect and deactivate underage accounts, to prevent re-registration or circumvention, and to provide an accessible complaints process for their users. Platforms must implement the laws in a way that is effective, private, and fair. They must communicate openly and transparently with their users about the age assurance systems that they are using. We will always keep backing Australian families and keeping Australian kids safe. I think the gratitude is that this law applies to everybody and that everybody will face the same cultural expectation that kids are not online on a social media account between the ages of 13 to 16. I think the sense that everybody will be facing a new world, everybody will need to interact with each other face to face the way that people used to do, I think is ultimately seen as a good thing when if you also ask those same kids, I suggest they'll be able to tell you about harms they or their friends have experienced online.
As Australia prepares to ban social media for teens, many other countries are watching very closely as they consider their own similar bans, aren't they? Australian teens indeed will soon be signing out of TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and more as the country's social media ban for kids under age 16 takes effect on December 10th. They likely won't be alone for long. Lawmakers around the world planning to follow in Australia's footsteps. Such policies are not without controversy, though. Gabrielle Nadler takes a closer look.
Australian teens are mentally preparing for the Luddite life. The country's social media ban is set to go into effect on December 10th, which will block all children under 16 from having accounts on popular apps like TikTok and Instagram. Companies that don't comply with the ban will face fines of up to $32 million. For some Australian children, like this influencer, the ban's impact will go beyond their social life.
I won't be able to do like a lot of collabs with like younger people and like their businesses because they're all getting banned.
Around the world, people are looking to Australia as a model of how to address a growing problem affecting children's mental health. Denmark, Brazil, and Malaysia are already planning their own bans for teens, and the European Parliament has voted in favor of an EU-wide minimum age. However, some adults oppose the move, arguing a blanket ban is not the best solution.
As a parent, I have 3 children. My role is to filter social media. Some platforms are more addictive than others. Cutting them off completely means sending children from the age of 18 unarmed, unprepared, and without parental guidance into a very complex world of social media.
The hit these bans will take to social media companies' user numbers and time spent on platforms could have a major impact on sales, the bulk of which comes from advertising. eMarketer estimates that this year alone, the social media industry will make over $245 billion for more than 4 billion users worldwide.
Where did the Jewish people originate from? Are most of them
Billion users worldwide.
This idea of restricting social media for kids really gaining steam around the world, Stuart.
Well, yesterday when Anthony Albanese
These devils believe they're going to succeed. You see? They're going to succeed and achieve and establish and accomplish their agenda. You see? I mean, this shit is transpiring in Australia, Europe, especially over there in Europe and Sweden. You got like 50,000 motherfuckers. 50,000 motherfuckers took the shit. You see? The MOTB, the mark of the beast, that's what it's about. You see? You on your dick? You know what I mean? You see? What these bitches gonna do, man? Think about it. If a bitch don't got protection and a covering, you see, even Job spoke about it. For example, I did a lesson, I think earlier today or yesterday or whatever. You see, a Detroit young lady, like 7 years old, 8 years old, whatever, something like that. You see, and some young man seen her, and he didn't grab her up, and he was just like, "Miss, where is you going, little young lady?" Like, she was walking with really no coat on, no gloves. I mean, she wasn't wrapped up or whatever. I don't know, bro. I don't know. You look it up. You see, like say, call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All praise, Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. Call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Call him Yasharala, Prince of Power, yeah, Jerusalem, yup. Yeah, Jerusalem, yup. Call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All praise, Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. Shouts out, it was like foreigners, specular birds, you strangers that look like a Mr. Paleface, that look like an Edomite, that look like a red Hebrew Edomite. Peace and love to you, peace and love to you. It was like foreigners. Specular birds, you strangers that look like a Mr. Paleface, that look like an Edomite, that look like a red Hebrew Edomite. Peace and love to you, peace and love to you. Call Elohim La, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai. All praise Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. Shalom, shalom, shalom to 144,000, the elect, the women and men, children, that's going to make it to the kingdom. The honors, apostles, and elders, and watchmen, and servants, and prophets, a great millstone, who I learned this truth from only through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Call Elohim La, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Call Elohim La, Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. All praise Mashiach, Yahweh Shai. And Lord willing, you brothers and sisters was edified. It's on to the next one. Shalom.
was asked what he would do if he got to be a dictator, asked by Neil Mitchell, Radio Talkback King, what he would do if for 5 years he could be a dictator. This is what he had to say.
You are dictator for 5 years. What do you do? What's your first act?
The big frustrating thing, if I could do something, maybe ban social media, would be handy. Because
Why? What worries you about social media?
Look, I think a couple of things. One is keyboard warriors who can anonymously say anything at all.
anything at all. They can just express themselves. They can say their opinions. It's terrible. Of course, he's already halfway there, getting his screws into these people with his combating misinformation, disinformation bill. Like, that's not dystopian enough, tyrannical enough. Now he's like, well, actually, if I could, I'd just get rid of the whole thing. Unbelievable.
I mean, it was very revealing to me because for 5 years you can do anything you want, right? And he banned social media. What about emissions? He could have saved the planet, but he was more concerned
he
about...
He could have made us all cavemen overnight.
Exactly.
But it's dictator 101, isn't it? Because in order to be a dictator, you need to have total control of the narrative. So you've got to ban social media. And as you say, I mean, he's trying to do the second best thing, which is to control what is put on social media and tell you that if you criticise him, it's misinformation.
Some students have shifted to smaller providers not on the government's banned list. Yope, a photo-sharing app listed as lifestyle, rocketing up the App Store charts.
Some of that's going to happen inevitably, but that's what teenagers do.
Tonight, a new report from the Queensland University of Technology found young users want social media improved, but don't believe bans are the answer and don't believe the age restrictions are enforceable.
Any attempt to just shut it off overnight, like they're going to do, is completely disregarding, our kids' intelligence.
If other platforms come up which are equally insidious and having that same sort of impact on our children, the ability to ban them too.
This will create a whack-a-mole situation where lawmakers race to keep up with tech innovators. But the minister insists the priority will be given to the apps that cause the most harm.
Big tech is innovative, agile, moves quickly, and so we must do the same. And we expect these reforms to look untidy, but that doesn't mean they're not worth doing.
You see? This devil want to print. He want to print people. That's what it's all about. He want to print you. You see? Total control, man. You understand? You see? This devil want total control, man. Your devil daddy Esau, Edom. The devil the Bible speaks of. You see? Did you catch that? Did you see that? Believe that? You dig? You know what I mean? You see, it's too many comfortable, wicked-ass Babylonians, man. Filthy, nasty, disgusting ass Egyptians. Death to you motherfuckers. You see? Especially these evil-ass bitches. You know why? Because your bitch ass got niggas outnumbered. You see? And you don't even want to deal with a man. And the Bible say you're supposed to desire a man. Created for the man. You understand? You see, what you gonna do when an EMP, a poly crisis, what Ukraine going through, way over there. You see? You know what I mean? They women want to come over here to USA. You see? But they probably look at niggas some type of way. Ain't no probably. They do. You see? They look at niggas some type of way. Come over here in our country. It's our country. You see? This ain't no fucking crackers, Edomites, Peckerwoods. This ain't their land. They stole this land. You see? It's our land, our people. You see? They come over here, them motherfucking stinking ass bitches, them Ukrainians, them Russians. They ain't nothing but Russians. You see? Nazis, them wicked ass motherfuckers. They come over here in our land. And they look at us some type of way. You see?
For now, most of the popular apps on the banned list have begun informing users under 16 that their accounts will be shut down in the week ahead.
This needs to be compassionate and kind because it's going to be a huge transition for some young people. Christians at the end. Thanks. Thank you, Minister, so much for your leadership. We know that technology can be used as both a tool and a weapon. We want it to be a lifeline for women. But throughout the course of eSafety's 10 years, we've been consistently training frontline workers because we know that technology-facilitated coercive control is almost ubiquitous in family, domestic, and sexual violence situations. So, with the generosity of DSS, we have stood up the world's first national technology facilitated abuse service. We've had 20,000 frontline workers utilize our self-help hub, where we have technology audits and updates beyond the cat feeders and the refrigerators. A perpetrator can use a Lime bike. And today we're talking about smart cars because they are essentially computers on wheels today, and we don't want them to become weapons on wheels. By 2031, 90% of all cars sold in Australia will have telematics systems. They already have GPS. You can remotely control or lock or start the car. You can prevent an EV, for instance, from being charged. And these are the types of things we're hearing from domestic frontline workers are happening to Australian women today. So we're here. We've worked with about 400 domestic frontline workers for really complex cases. Why a woman or her children are being gaslit, cannot figure out why her ex-partner knows where she is. And we've pretty much seen everything under the sun, including children used as pawns in the surveillance of their own custodial parent. And this can happen through the gifting of iPads or iPhones with spyware on them, a new gaming system with a camera that shows who the mother might have as a guest in her home. So again, we want technology to be a tool and a lifeline, not as a victim.
So you need to ban social media. See? Famine of the word is coming. That's basically what she's talking about, man. You on your dig, you know what I mean? You see, you need to ban social media. These stinking ass funk box, funky stinking pussy ass bitches. All they do is shake their ass. You see, pictures taking prostitute IG. You need to ban social media. You see, OnlyFans Club, right? Facebook, you name it, YouTube, however. Ban that shit. Esau, Edom, ban this shit. You see?
Vector of abuse. And so we continue to provide service to the broader public. And today we put out an online safety advisory specifically around smart cars. We've done a number of these around coercive control and changing attitudes of young men around romantic relationships, where they think that they should be able to have the passwords of their partners. They should be able to expect immediate responses to phone calls and texts. And we need to change these attitudes and make sure that we're keeping people safe with the technology that we use every day. Thank you.